Hello gamers, this is Light on the Tube. In this heli-love video I will separate the video itself to little parts about heli using. First little part will be how to hijack the enemy heli. First, you need to get the pilot off their cockpit, and then you just have to get close to the heli and get in. Piece of cake, huh? The next little part I would like to give tutorial about the Chinese heli, the high tune. So let the high tuning begin. First thing about all the helis, you can fly near to the ground. You don't need to get up far to the sky where everybody can see you. So the first statement is that you can fly under objects with the heli. I showed it first with the Chinese gate and I'm going to show it one more time under the bridge. And voila, it worked. I think the first statement has proven. The second statement should be that you can capture objectives from the air. You don't need to land for that. On every helicopter there are weapons, even if the pilot can even able to access to them. But you can change seats. As you can see, it's easy. The third statement should be there are weaponry on every helicopter, so you just need to learn it. At first time I think it's easier to practice if you are getting far up to the sky. Then you can change seat and look for your target. You will have enough time before the heli hits the ground. But for that you will need an altitude as well. One more very important thing about this: if you are getting back into the pilot's seat, the engine needs to restart, so it takes time counting. So we have three statements yet. First, you can stick to the ground. Second, you can obtain objectives from the air. And third, it has weaponry on it. Let the fourth one be that you can hijack enemy helis almost from everywhere, even from their base, because on foot you are getting out of the map, but if you are in a flying air vehicle you can fly there and you have 10 seconds to get into the other. After you hijacked an enemy heli, you have to watch for one thing. You will be the primary target for the enemy, because they are going to miss their heli. If you are leaving any kind of vehicle alone, it will self-destruct in a half a minute. So watch where you are leaving your vehicles. The enemy can hijack it. And on a long enough timeline, the survival rate for everyone drops to 0. The fifth statement should be that the heli narrow enough to fly between buildings or even objects. In one of my early video, the Battlefield 4 Test Ground Scout Helicopter tutorial, I told you that the rotor doesn't count. It only the chase is what counts. So if you are not doing it in traverse, then you can fit in. Don't forget not to aggravate from a little failure. Try again. The most important thing I think is if you love what you are doing, then you will enjoy trying. And I think this is why I always keep trying these kind of things, because I like this. Not to mention that it will be very useful one day, if I won't die, and if I will have the team I need. The sixth statement should be that you don't need to get out of the chopper because of the death of the pilot, or even when he just jumped out of the heli. If you are playing Battlefield 4, you can have the experience easily when the pilot leaves you there alone. To be prepared for that, you have to sit in the last place of the heli, where you can use all of your equipment and weapons as well. And then when the pilot leaves you suddenly there, you just change seat and voila. I show you it again one more time. You should have your seat in the last place, and when the first name disappears, then you have to make a move, and if you are lucky you can see the pilot landing safely. And for the rest of the crew's sake, you can land safely wherever you want. The summary of this tutorial: first, stick to the ground. Second, conquer from the air. Third, it has weaponry, use it. Fourth, you can hijack enemy vehicles from anywhere. Fifth, it has a narrower chassis than you think. Sixth, don't panic. And as usual, thank you for watching.